Hey people, what's happening? Back on the 4-port RENESIS today. The weather's cleared up and I'm going to start by taking off the flex plate. Geez, that came off pretty easy. They're just like a 14mm. Probably going to sell this flex plate with the automatic transmission that I've got over there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Hopefully you can hang around for the whole thing. If you don't fall asleep, you've done well. Oh, that's it. That's part of it, I'd say. That's it there. I'm going to chuck that all on top of the table over there, so I don't mix it up. I'm going to have to use my air rattle gun for that, which is another story. Anyway guys, I'll see if I can locate my 54mm socket. Alrighty, so I wasn't able to locate my 52mm bit, so I've decided instead I'm just going to muck around with a few of these bits and pieces on the front of the engine here. That looks like a 12er. Yeah, that'll be right. Yeah, I think the water pump's a 12. I'll just have a bit of a muck around getting the water pump off, see how it goes. Oh, that's just a nut that's been loosened already. Yeah. Da-di-da-di-da. That's the hook for lifting the engine. Done with putting that back on. Oh, well, that was pretty straightforward. Okay, give it a bit of a freaking tap with something. Might have a lever over here. A bit butcherous, but oh well, it is what it is. Oh, there we go. There's our water pump. Doesn't look too bad. On with the show. The puller, or whatever that is, pulley, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'll clean all these bits and pieces up. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this engine yet. I'll have a look at it. I'm waiting for a bracket. I ordered a bracket for the engine stand that I've got. I'm a fabricator, yeah, da-di-da-di-da, but by the time I worked it out, by the time I make it, slot it out, drill, I don't even have a pedestal drill or anything like that here. By the time I do all that fuck around with it, fucking $80 to my front door, fucking done. Put it on the engine, done. No mucking around. Anyway, let's get on with it. Anyway, I've got that section off there, and this thing as well. Probably be careful if you're planning on reusing these lines that go from the oil metering pump to the oil injectors. They're pretty fragile, but yeah, I couldn't give two fucks about them, to tell you the truth. So anyway, I'm starting to get the harness off now. I've undone the lines there. These clips for the injectors can be a little bit funny, obviously, because they've been on there for 25 fucking years. I'm going to try to get a few of these things out of the way so that I can get these other injector plugs off. I don't really want to destroy the harness, so I'm going to clear up as much space as I can, and then yeah, go from there. Just have a bit of a look. This is some of the stuff that I've got off the engine so far. Anyway, on with it. Alright, fuel rails off, injectors are out, those two injectors are still in there. I'll get those fittings off. It was a bit of a pain, but got them out. They'll come up good in my ultrasonic cleaner, I believe so. Alrighty, the harness is off it. Bit of a tip. Where is it? Where's the camera? There we go. Get one of these things. They're freaking handy, eh? Just for picking at these clips and all that sort of stuff when it's a bit awkward. You just freaking, you could either use one of these or one of these things. Just be careful because a lot of this stuff is brittle. Anyway, there it is. The whole undamaged harness. I'll probably go through that eventually and just retape it. But yeah, it is awesome. So anyway, this thing here, let's have a bit of a look. See that? See that bolt? That bolt right there is fucking seized in this fucking shit here. So fucking don't know what the fucking goes with that. I don't want to damage anything, eh? I've been belting the cunt for about fucking 2 hours. So anyway, I had enough of the cunt. I just fucking chopped the cunt clean off. Fuck it. Look at that. Fucking cunt. Fucking mud everything. Guess what? Let me see. See that? It's seized in there. I didn't damage any of the rest of the manifold, but fucking what a mutt. What a bastard of a thing. Obviously, I'll get it easy out onto that. But yeah, I haven't damaged anything else. What a fucking cunt of a thing. Alrighty, that's pretty much everything stripped off it, just except for the oil metering pump, the oil filler neck, a couple of other tiny little things. That'll get undone pretty easy. And we'll have a look over here. That's pretty much all the shit I got off it. They haven't damaged anything. That SSV valve is shit. It's just rubbish. So anyway, if you've got one of these bracket things, adapters for your engine stand from eBay, all you do is go around to your spark plug side and it will be the front rotor, the front rotor iron, so the front iron pretty much. There's 2 bolts there which are 17mm I think, and then I just chucked a 12mm in there, tighten it up, and I'm just about to put it in the engine stand so I could start taking the bloody thing apart. Alrighty. Get that in over there somewhere. And then just get it up in there. Proper bolt to this, but it's a high tensile one. I'm just going to drop it down a bit. That's it. Go in here. Sucker, come on. The hole doesn't quite line up. Alright, what I'll do, I'll have to get a screwdriver of some sort to put in there, and maybe just slide it out with a die grinder. I'll show you what I mean. And that's got to go back just a little bit still, so I might have a bit of a muck around with it. So I've just put a small bolt in there for now. It's a high tensile one. What I'll do, I'll try just have a look. It's got a couple of other holes. The other holes might be a bit better. What I'll do, once I get it inside, I'm gonna go in there, I'll rotate it around and see how she goes. I've got to actually get the sump off first anyway, so this works out all right. So anyway, there she is, all set up, ready to freaking work on. I've got a tray that goes under there, so when I drop the sump, I don't end up filling this whole fucking room with oil. Onwards. Alrighty, the front cover's off. Obviously I'm not going to go through this whole thing because it's a bit tedious. Yeah, I've undone all the bolts on the sump except for a couple just to hold it up there. Now I'm going to rip this off. As you can see, I've got the new bracket on there. And then I'll, hopefully not make too much of a mess. Alrighty, sorry about the shit lighting. Sump's off. Yeah, didn't make too much of a mess. I'll just let all that shit drip down there. And then I'll chuck all that into the parts cleaner, which is outside. And I guess I can then maybe, I'll get that off first. I'll get all that off first. And then I can flip it up. And she's ready to unstack. Wait a second. I'm just trying to think here. So I've never actually stripped one of these on a freaking stand before. Okay. Maybe I'll take all these bolts out first, except for a couple of them. I'll leave a couple of them in, the long bolts. And then after that, I guess, what am I doing? Just trying to think, which way is it going to come out? Oh yeah. Wait a second. Which way is the freaking E-shaft come out? Interesting. I'll work it out. Duh. Well, anyway, the bracket's designed like that, so the E-shaft will be coming, I guess, the plates will be coming off from this side. So what I'll do, I'll get all this shit off first, tilt it over, undo all those bolts, da-de-da-de-da, see what she looks like. Alright, the oil pump's off it, all the sprocket and all that sort of crap, the pickup as well. What I'll do now is suss this out again. I'll put that clamp on there just to stop it so that it can't fall out. It shouldn't. And then I'll just rotate it around. And I guess, yeah, that's loose. Pull all that shit off and start taking the freaking irons off it. Alright, it's all tilted up now. Lucky I had this tray underneath. There's a bit of coolant and oil still inside it. So that's actually come out now. I'll let that drip away. This, I believe, is loose already. So I guess what I'm doing now is just loosening all these bolts off. And yeah, onwards. So that thing there was a bit of a mission to get off, but it's off. I think I've still got to do 12mm bolts there, and then finally I get these bolts out. Alright guys, we're up to the stage of taking them bolts out, so I'm just going to get a freaking socket. Looking at that, I reckon we've got about 17 or 19. Spot on, man, spot on. 17er. I reckon we'll smash them out. How much power do we have on this freaking drive? Still got heaps. Right, I'm gonna see how tight they are. Oh, they're fairly tight. Yeah, interesting. I might have to crack them. Oh, I'll try another one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to crack them with a breaker bar first, and then zip them out with a freaking machine. That seems to work. Crack. We'll go through and do all these, and then I should be able to fucking make some fucking progress. Alright. Yeah, that's it. I'll do that to all of them. guess it's been torqued up from the factory and it hasn't been fucking opened up for the last fucking 22 years. So obviously you would expect it to fucking be a bit tight. Anyway. We're making progress. Just about ready to get this freaking iron off. As long as this thing here gives me a bit of a fucking break. Sorry guys, trying to get the correct angles. I mean, most of you have done this shit before, so you got the gist of it. It's a matter of getting all this shit out. We're nearly there, but check that there. I'm going to get all these things, put them in my parts washer, and then they got a funny smell, these suckers, eh? I know Matt Sev was saying something about his engine having a strange smell as well. Just got a really strange stench to it. So, but anyway, that's all the bolts. I'll go chuck them in the freaking parts washer, and then we'll finally get the top off this thing. That's that Apexseal. So I've put everything back in place. There was one of the corner seals come out and two of the apex seals. So they're back where they're supposed to be. I just want to have a bit of a look at this before I take it off or take it out. So far so good. I'll have to have a better look at the housing. What have we got here? We got the corner seals. They're alright. I mean, it wasn't leaking any coolant or anything like that through into the combustion chamber. No, that's good. So far so good. No grooves in there. That plate's definitely reusable. Look at the big chunk of carbon on it. See that? That is what kills engines. Look at that. Look at the carbon. It builds up on that exhaust port there. This is why porting these out is so important. You get longevity out of these engines if you look after them, eh? And you do the right thing. Alright, we've taken the first housing off That's looking pretty good. As you can see, carbon once again. Now people that don't know nothing about RENESIS engines, they always complain this and that and that and that and that. This is one of the main causes of engine failure. There's this carbon. What happens, it sits there over time, and then one day that will break off and take your side seals or your apex seals out with it. So that being said, when you rebuild these, give them a nice little clean, get this all opened up, get the intake opened up, and you'll be happy. This is a 200,000 K motor, actually, to tell you the truth. So honestly, that's bloody not too bad, to tell you the truth. So far, first rotor, no damage. The rotor looks reusable. The apex seals just look worn, pretty much. So, and she's got a lot of carbon on her. As you can see, I did a decarb, so you can only imagine what it was like prior to that. Yeah, and that's the housing. Doesn't look like my other housing off my 6-port, the one with all the Freddy Krueger scratches through it. Alright, this second rotor, yeah, got it all, got the E-shaft out and all that sort of stuff already. I'm not too sure about that. It's got a little bit of a mark here. It's not too bad. I don't know if that's normal or not, but yeah. Housing once again is great. So I've just got to get the rotor out now. I'm running out of room in here because I've got a lot of shit everywhere at the moment. But yeah, I'll keep going and I'll get the rest of it out. Alrighty, the whole lot's apart pretty much. Rotor 1, front iron, middle iron. Rotor 2, plenty of carbon on the bastards. On this rear plate here, there's not that much carbon there. There's still a little bit, but the plates are good. Definitely reusable. The housings are reusable as well. I'm probably going to sell these, and I'll probably sell the plate. I'm going to sell the whole motor. I've just got to clean it all up first. I'm going to sell the whole lot in pieces because people may be able to use these rotors and all that sort of stuff in other builds or to build another RENESIS engine. So anyway, guys, that's about it. It was fun. I ended up, because I couldn't actually hold the crank or the E-shaft myself and get the housing off, I rigged up underneath there, and that just held the whole lot up while I pulled the whole lot to pieces. So all in all, pretty good. The place is still nice and tidy. I don't have oil and shit everywhere except for there where it's meant to be. So now I guess what I'll do, I'll go up the road, I'll get a whole heap of degreaser and I'll degrease the irons, I'll degrease the housings, and then chuck the rotors in my ultrasonic cleaner, and that'll be for the next episode anyway. Show you how good they come up. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Fucking use a legend for hanging around this long, man, because fuck it, even doing it was doing me head in. Catch you next time. Bye.